Yesterday, the Council of Ministers, we agreed that in principle, we would submit plans for the development of a multifunctional shelter to the Recovery Program Bureau. That means that we'll submit the concept. We have a rough idea of what we are looking for. This needs to be further researched and developed and for a project that could possibly be funded from the recovery funds. As you all know now, currently we have shelters for hurricane on the island, but these are not specifically designed for being used as a safe haven, a refuge for during a storm, right? And these are mostly schools, community centers, and churches, and they're spread out through the different areas on the island. And there's a number of challenges that come along with this. Number one, it spreads limited human resources during a crisis, right? So you have a lot of different places. You can't possibly have medical staff or security staff, or it presents challenges that you're taking these resources and you're spreading them around the island. Many of these facilities are not designed to withstand or to be used to weather out a storm. I mean, by fact, you can see that many of the schools still have suffered damage as a result of Irma. So very clearly, in terms of being the strength of a structure that you need to be able to put people there safely during a storm is a challenge. And the other thing is, after a storm, as if people in the shelter, if their homes were damaged, they have a problem to move out. And yet, as the community is trying to recover, we're trying to restart the school program, you have a problem because you have people that are there that don't have a place to go. So that creates a challenge in the recovery phase. So as VSR, we were looking to, as part of our Build Back Better strategy, of building purpose-built and multi-purpose shelters. Original concept was that we would look at a number of smaller facilities around the island. But, you know, as we started looking at what the requirements are, and I can identify some of them, what we're looking for, we started to realize that what would be better is to look at building one large shelter, and I'll go into why we agreed with that. So number one, what we're looking for is a structure that can withstand Category 5 plus hurricanes. So basically we're looking at a concrete bunker, a box, right? Should be able to house about 1,000 people. We should be able to separate men, women, and children in the facilities during the storm. You need storage space for cots, food, water. Ideally, you would have kitchen facilities so that you can cook food, obviously, for all of the occupants. Secure communications, enclosed parking for emergency vehicles, laundry facilities, medical facilities, generator, bathrooms, showers. So when you start looking at, ideally, a purpose-built shelter, what kinds of things would you want inside the shelter? So you want to be able to weather the storm there, so it needs to be safe, and then afterwards, in a recovery phase, you have a concentration of people together. You need to be able to take care of those people as well. So that's where you get all of the shower facilities and cooking facilities. And so when you really start looking at it, you say, okay, you now have a large concrete structure with all of these facilities inside. And as Council of Ministers, we started thinking about it and saying, you know what? This building, obviously, besides being a shelter, would be a perfect facility for sporting events, because you have a large space that you could use for sporting events. You could use it for performing arts. You could use it for cultural events. And for our Minister of TIAT, all of a sudden now we could also use it as a convention center. So one of the things that we've been looking at as a community is, how do we enhance our tourism product, right? And one of the things, you see it in Miami, for example, they have tons of conventions. All year long they have conventions, and the hotels benefit from that. So our tourism sector would benefit from it. In the past, you know, we've paid for the renting a tent to host the FCCA conference. We paid quite a bit of money for that event. So if we have a purpose-built building that can also serve as conventions, and they can be broken out. So we said we want to be able to break the facilities into men's and women's sections, for example. So it means the facility can be segmented, which is exactly, again, perfect for conventions. Very often conventions, they need to separate out into smaller groups and larger groups within a function. So when we really looked at it, it says, you know what, this is an opportunity to accomplish many things at the same time. Build a purpose-built shelter that people can safely weather a storm. It allows us to bring medical staff, security staff together, centralize food resources in one location in a building that you know is safe. All of these facilities we're talking about, sporting facilities, performance arts, cultural centers, convention centers, you don't even want windows, right? Most of these facilities are really, literally, big concrete boxes, right? So perfect. Those are, again, makes the building only safer to use as a shelter. The other thing, what we've looked at, because of the size of the facility, that this might also be a solution for the library, CMARC, and museum. Depending on the land where we locate, it may be possible to locate those facilities within this structure as well, and then you have a certain amount of synergy. So if they need meeting rooms, you use meeting rooms already that's built into the facility. So I think there's a certain amount of synergy there. It also means that there would be a lot of parking spaces around, so access would be easy. And I think having one area that you have all of your cultural icons sort of centered in one location makes sense. So again, if you have a convention, it's a great opportunity to showcase the culture of the island, the museum, and all of the things. So I think there's a lot of synergy from that perspective. And the good thing is the activities that we're talking about, sporting events, performing arts, cultural events, or conventions, after a storm, these are all events that would probably not be happening immediately after a storm, right? So you don't have the conflict like you do with the schools, where you want the people to move out of the shelter. If it takes a bit of time for them to recover their personal situations, I think it's also an opportunity to do that without disrupting other activities. So again, this is a process. The proposals being sent to the Recovery Bureau for them to assist with the further development of it, with the idea that this is a project that could possibly be funded via the recovery funds. So.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NV.
We've got some changes this year, and the biggest one is that now the St. Martin Heineken Regatta is a 4-day regatta. So it starts on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And Thursday this year is we're going to give a little bit more racing to the race boats, split them up, send some over into the Anguilla Channel, and send the big flashy smart boats off towards St. Barth and back. On Friday is the iconic Round the Island race, where all the boats go all the way around St. Martin. One race for all of the boats. Great opportunity to set records and compare their times with previous years. On Saturday we're back to racing for the racing classes in two or more areas, probably using Anguilla Channel again. And on Sunday we always do a big race out towards St. Barth and back for a big finish at 1 o'clock with all the spinnakers coming past Phillipsburg for the big finish in Simpson Bay.
Now, how many boats have registered this year? Usually I know you to sit around 200. Can you make that mark this year?
No, you know, the days of 200 are gone. The bareboat fleets are much smaller now, but we have great competition this year. We're going to be over 120. and very, very solid race boats coming in, including a lot of very big boats, Swan 80s and Swan 100 here, and a lot of Volvo around the world boats.
Where some of them are coming from?
Oh, we have boats come here from 35 different countries. I think we have 7 teams this year from Poland alone. We have 2 or 3 Russian boats, which always we do. We have a couple of boats from Ukraine. We have a boat from Armenia. We have boats from every country you can think of.
And how the judges how that would be set up actually?
Sorry?
The judging, how would that be set up?
Oh, well, it's all racing for time. So every boat has a handicap, a rating certificate, and we take that number and multiply it by their time that they spend racing, and that gives the corrected time to find out who's won each race. Well, it's not far off that, except we break the boats up into what are called classes, where we'll have maybe between 6 and 12 or 14 boats in one class, and those classes start together. So on any given day, we're actually running in 4 different race areas. We're actually running 30 or 40 different races. So each race is separate, starting in 4 different areas to spread the boats out. What it tends to mean is that you can see some racing from just about every place on the island. But each boat, or each class has their own race, and the last race of every day all ends in Simpson Bay. So all of the boats come back through the Heineken finish.
All right, so right now your task is, you can say full, you're very busy getting everybody together. But next year, you're going to make 50 years. Is it going to get any bigger?
It will. Next year will be a very special year. We've got a lot of things in store, and I know that the turnout will be higher next year than we've seen for quite a while.
Give me some idea of what you're looking forward for next year. Yeah.
Next year for the 40th, I'm expecting over 150 boats. A lot of people are kind of saving up to come next year, and it's going to be a big event. We have a few extra things in store next year. We're going to have a few new types of boats, and I think we're going to have a very big turnout of the fast Volvo boats, which are so exciting to watch. Well, it makes organizing it and running it very much easier to have everybody and everything in one place. It was always very difficult for us to run such a complicated organization when it was moving around all the time. And this has made it nice because the competitors can also come to the center of the regatta and stay all within one area. And it gives a great opportunity for us to put together a bigger and more sophisticated village than we were able.
Hey ma, how you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Viv now.
Alright, darling. You know who you're for?
I need to know who you're for. Contact WIB today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices, the Wynwood Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
Hello, St. Martin. My name is Stephanie Medina, and I play football with the Walichi Women's Soccer team. I have represented St. Martin in many different games. For example, the Dutch Caribbean Women's Soccer Cup. I played against Bonaire, Aruba, and Curacao right here in this stadium. Sports matter to me because it makes me happy, it keeps me fit and healthy, and it is very fun. So I asked the business community to take on this challenge and help us rebuild our facilities. And I also asked the community to nominate the local businesses in your area and take on the challenge and step up for sport. Why? Because sports matter. Check out the Department of Sport Facebook page for more information. Hashtag sports matter, hashtag are you in?
Well, I guess they're all special, right? So we have a mix of a lot of the best local artists that we have on the island, as well as some Caribbean stars and then some international stars as well. So what we like to do is over the now week long and the 4 nights of the Heineken Regatta. So this year we have 4 days of sailing and 4 days of parties as well, and we have some pre-parties in the Heineken Regatta Village this year as well. Yeah, so we start off on Wednesday. We have a reggae band from Boston called the Elevators. They're going to perform on Sunday for us, and they're also going to perform on Wednesday. So Wednesday night we have a sunset stage. So when the sun sets from 6 to 8, we have live music on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday every night. And then at night we kick off the bigger parties. On Wednesday night we have the Elevators, and on Thursday we start off with the serious funk party. So at night we have 2 of the hottest local bands. We have the Funky Horny Horns, and we have What the Funk Band. So that's going to take us into Thursday night, and it's going to be really, really fun. We also have a local DJ, DJ Prince. So there's all the headliners on Thursday are all the greatest local bands. So we're really excited about that. Connis Vanderpool and Betty V will also be performing on the Sunset stage at 6 o'clock. So all local, all fabulous, all kinds of music styles. So we're really happy about that. On Friday, we have the Caribbean Jam Night. So Allison Hines will be the headliner for that night, and we're really happy to have her. So she's from Barbados. She is called the Caribbean Queen, and at least one of the queens of soca. She's absolutely amazing. She contacted us a few months ago, really wanted to perform for the Heineken Regatta. We're really happy to have her, very excited about that. So that's going to be a high energy, positive music, Caribbean soca style, Southern Caribbean style music. Just jumping up and down, waving our rags and our flags, super fun. Also, we'll have Youth Waves, a local band, one of the most popular local bands and most established bands in the Caribbean and also in St. Martin. And Kenyo Bailey, a rising star, will be performing with him. So we're really happy about the lineup on Friday. And the Cut creator DJ Outcast will also be performing on Friday. And then on Saturday, we have Hip Hop Meets Reggae. So that'll be a super fun night. So we have the legendary reggae band Third World performing, and again they really wanted to perform for the Heineken Regatta because they know the island is still coming out of the hurricane and a year and a half ago, and they're really excited about coming down here. So we're happy to have that band. 96 Degrees in the Shade was one of their most popular. It's going to be an amazing night. And then we have So that's the reggae. So it's hip hop meets reggae. We have the ultimate hype man and hip hop star, Fat Man Scoop, coming. You got a $100 bill, get your hands up. $50 bill, get your hands up. So we're really excited about that. That'll be a great collaboration of international, Caribbean, young, reggae, hip hop, younger, older. It's gonna be amazing. So we're really happy about Thursday's lineup. The DJs, yeah. So Cut Creator DJ Outkast will be the DJ on Saturday night, and we'll also have Raj Bushman and the Freedom Fighters, which is a local band, roots reggae, super great. You're gonna love this. So hip hop meets reggae. We got a lot of reggae. We got some exciting hip hop. It's gonna be an unbelievable night. You gotta come. You gotta come to Hip Hop Meets Reggae party on Saturday. And then on Sunday we have the Legendary Party. The Legendary Party is about creating a moment in time where you just remember for years and years. You're not going to forget this party for a decade, or 2 decades, or 3. So we have a legendary band, one of the biggest bands of all time, one of the groups that have sold the most albums in the world, a group that had 5 #1 hits, one after the other. So the Jacksons, formerly known as the Jackson 5, will be here. We're so excited about it. It's an amazing accomplishment to be able to attract a band like that here on the island. It's probably the biggest act that's ever come to St. Martin. We're very, very excited about it. Everybody knows the Jacksons, ABC, Can You Feel It, Shake Your Body Down to the Ground. It's gonna be unbelievable. So the Jacksons will be here. We're also gonna have a band, Shermanology. Shermanology is a brother and sister originally from Curacao. That's electronic dance music. So that's gonna end the regatta at into the early hours. It's gonna be so fun. We have Hurricane Heroes from 2017, Orange Grove. That was a band that raised tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in aid for the island. Did 7 or 8 relief concerts. They're local guys teamed up with some international guys. They tour around the world. So Orange Grove will also be here that night. It's an amazing collection of music styles and artists, Caribbean, local, international, all here for the St. Martin Heineken Regatta. And that's why you have that sailing aspect, you have that party aspect, you put it all together, and that's the serious fun part of the St. Martin Heineken Regatta.
Now tell me a little bit about your village, as you call it in your press release.
Right.
Regatta Village. What people can expect from the village? There's food, they're selling this type of stuff like watches, bags, t-shirts.
It's a great place to come eat and shop and be entertained, for sure. So there's live music most of the time. We'll have the races. The Regatta Village opens at 10 o'clock in the morning every day. And it goes until we close at 1 or 2 o'clock every night. And you can come down here and listen to the racing during the day, broadcast on Regatta Radio. You can come and shop. Oris Watch is the official sponsor this year of the timekeeper of the St. Martin Heineken Regatta, and they have some great values on some beautiful, elegant timepieces. We also have this year new is also Outdoor World. And they're featuring Yamaha engines, so they're out there as well, giving information about that. Motor World is sponsoring this year too, and that's and they're doing a raffle car, so $10 gets you a chance to enter that raffle. I'm not sure. I think that Oris is also doing a raffle for a watch, and if you come early, you get a free chance to get into that raffle to win the watch. So that's another secret that only you know about. And we have some great foods. We have Toppers restaurant, we have Domino's, we have ABC Cafe, Fit Foods, we have coffee, and we have drinks, and we have cappuccinos, and we have frozen drinks. We have everything you need. You don't need to cook this week. You just come down to the Regatta Village, free entrance, and you just enjoy yourself. There's great shopping. Heineken Regatta merchandise is for sale here. We have the Art and Echo Park this year, where local craftsmen are displaying and selling their wares. And a lot of the sustainable organizations on St. Martin are also here to tell us about how they're bringing us into the next decade of what St. Martin will be as far as green initiatives, sustainable initiatives. So they're here too. There's just so many people. We like to say it takes a whole island to throw a party this big. And true, this is a kind of a reflection of everybody on the island pitching in. And we're really happy to have everybody together. We're at Puerto Plaisance Resort and Marina. They've been fantastic to us so far. It's completely safe, accessible from both sides of the island, French side, Dutch side, middle side, whatever side you on, you can come down here and party with us.